Hi everyone, and welcome to Messed Up Story Time. I almost forgot what it was. Anyway, so today again we're on Disney's storybook collection. Hopefully you all will enjoy the story for today. And our story for today is, of course, going to be Alice, Alice in Wonderland. Alice in Wonderland. An acid trip from God knows when, and if you've read the original books and everything, dear God, here you go. This book will maybe never want to do drugs ever again. Ever. I mean that literally. Okay, so one beautiful spring day, a young girl named Alice sat by the river listening to her sister read aloud from a history book. But Alice wasn't really listening. She was playing with her cat, Dinah, and daydreaming. And like most girls of a prince out there who will find her, love her, ravish her, make her feel wonderful. The sun was bright, and the air was warm. Soon Alice began to close her eyes. She no longer heard her sister's voice. Suddenly, a large white rabbit dashed by. Alice jumped up. The rabbit was wearing a waistcoat and bow tie and was carrying a huge pocket watch. I'm late for a very important date, the white rabbit muttered as he went along. I'm pretty sure now that Alice has seen a white rabbit, she's obviously on drugs. Especially one that has a pocket watch and is wearing a waistcoat and a bow tie. Alice went chasing after him, but stopped short at a rabbit hole. The rabbit scuttled down the hole, thinking he might be late for something fun, like a party. Alice followed him. Suddenly, she stumbled and fell, head over heels, into the hole. But instead of falling faster, she began falling slower and slower. This just got really dirty, just so you know. Until she was floating. Yep, this got dirty. Oh yeah, this just got really acidly tripping dirty. Oh yeah. Just as an adult, put this into your mind. She was going faster and faster, and then slower and slower, and then all of a sudden she's floating. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. She landed gently, just in time to see the rabbit disappear through a tiny door. Alice was too big to follow him. The doorknob suggested she try the bottle on the table, which said, "Drink me." Alice drank and drank. With every sip, she got smaller and smaller. When she was ready to open the doorknob told her that he was locked. Then he suggested she try a cookie from the box labeled "Eat Me." There's just so many wrong thoughts with this book so far. Alice did, and she began to grow. Soon she was crying giant tears. The doorknob told her to drink again. She grew smaller and smaller until she could float right through the keyhole. Okay, so a doorknob gives her advice. Wow, Alice obviously isn't that bright. Apparently, I mean, out of every Disney princess type or Disney character, Alice is probably not the brightest one. I mean, first off, she already followed a rabbit through a rabbit hole and is taking advice from a doorknob that talks. I'm not sure if this is going to go well for Alice, but hey, who knows? We'll find out here in a minute. Alright, well, here's enough. On the other side of the keyhole, Alice found she was in the strangest place. There were talking birds and walking fish and a Cheshire cat who kept appearing and disappearing, much like her dates and the people that she knew. Alice kept hoping that one of these creatures could help her find the white rabbit. You know, this is just, she's hunting for a white rabbit. How hard is it to find a white rabbit? I mean, especially in an area like this. Look for a guy though. Just, yeah. Anyway, we won't get into that now. We will not. So, anyway. But they were no help at all. She came upon a pair of twins. They introduced themselves as Tweedledum and Tweedledum. Hi, Tweedledum. How are you doing? How do you do, Tweedledum and Tweedledee? Alice greeted them. She could not tell them apart at all. When first you're meeting somebody, you should shake hands and state your name and business, said Tweedledum, grabbing Alice's hand and shaking it firmly. That's manners, said Tweedledee, grabbing her other hand and giving it a good squeeze. With that, the twins danced Alice around and around, but they were so rough that they flipped her over, knocking her onto her back. Alice was not pleased. Talk about manners, Alice exclaimed as she picked herself up. If you must know, my name is Alice, and I'm fond of White Rabbit. I'm very sorry, but I must go. So apparently Alice now sounds kind of like British and slightly like Hermione. I'm not sure if that's actually correctly done, but that'd be kind of interesting to see. Hermione in Wonderland. No, no, don't even think about it. No, no. And the fact that she's took two random twins' hands and well, there's nothing dirty about this part here. It's just her meeting two guys. I mean, there's not much I can say that would make this sound worse. Worse. I mean, there's nothing bad here. It's the first thing I found in this story. It's not bad. Yes! Be happy. Despite the twins' protest, Alice went on her way. Soon she came to an unusual garden. Flying about were bread and butterflies and a rocking horsefly. Alice discovered that the flowers of Wonderland could speak. What kind of flower are you? A big orchard asked her. I'm not any kind of flower, Alice replied. Why no variants? At all, added another flower, sniffing her. Alice didn't know what to make of this. Just as I suspected, a rose cried. She's nothing but a common weed. The rose turned her back to Alice. Leave! Leave! Shouted the flowers. We don't want you in our girly garden. They pointed to the way out. Yep, it's official. Now she has flowers talking to her. Satan gets this right here is why you should never do drugs. Ever. Don't ever do drugs, okay? No, I cannot let you again. So don't ever do it. Just don't, okay? There's just no. Drugs are bad. Okay? Remember this. Okay? Good. Or if you want to, I can't always stop you. So, but anyway. Feeling very upset, Alice was forced to run away. So now first she runs away from her sister to chase a white rabbit. Now that she's talking flowers, she's running away from them. Oh god, this is where the acid trip and nightmare becomes interesting. Then nearby, Alice saw a familiar grin up in a tree. It was a Cheshire cat. She asked if he'd seen the white rabbit. No, replied the cat, but if I were looking for him, I'd ask the Mad Hatter. And with that, the cat began to disappear. Alice realized that the cat hadn't told her how to find the Mad Hatter. She walked along and saw two road signs pointing in the same direction. One read Mad Hatter, the other read March Hare. She followed the signs to a clearing in the woods, where the Mad Hatter was giving a tea party. Okay, so March. with the March Hare. They made Alice feel quite unwelcome. They refused to offer her a cup of tea and had no intention of helping her find the White Rabbit. Alice went on her way and soon ran into Cheshire Cat again. This is what's called a stalker. Yes, he is stalking her. Oh no, he is so stalking her. Don't even argue with it. He is. Even though he's helping her out, yeah, he's either stalking her or saying to be destroyed. She explained that she was trying to find her way home, but the cat replied that all ways lead to the Queen. He opened the door and Alice slipped through. The White Rabbit hurried into view and was about to announce the Queen of Hearts, appeared and invited Alice to play croquet, but during their game, the Cheshire Cat showed up and tripped Her Royal Majesty. The Queen was enraged and blamed Alice. Off with her head! She cried. There was a mad chase, because apparently you sing off of your head's going to tell us a mad chase. And apparently this dude's a Cheshire Cat is a jerk. I mean, seriously. He tells her to go one place, nothing there. He sends her to a door. Well, to a door. It was like, thanks to Cheshire Cat, she gets attacked, ridiculed, and now she's gonna be murdered. I mean, like, Cheshire Cat is not the most nicest character in Alice in Wonderland. In fact, I'm pretty sure he's the bad guy. I mean, the Queen of Hearts? You think the Queen of Hearts is evil? No, the Cheshire Cat wins. The Cheshire Cat wins on evil. He manipulated everything. Okay, that's why Alice got screwed over, because she listened to a talking cat who could disappear and talk to mirrors. Plus the fact that she wasn't too intelligent enough to actually think that, hey, this guy, this cat here, is a figment of my imagination. I should not be listening to him. Okay. Anyway, let's get to the story. There was a mad chase, and Alice ran through Wonderland to get away. Suddenly, Alice awoke on the river bank. You've been dreaming, her sister said. Alice looked around, but she didn't see any strange talking creatures. All she saw were her sister, the old history book, and Dinah, her kitten, and that was just fine with Alice. Okay, so that's the end of the story. So, basically, like I said, Alice was dreaming a dream, basically, or in some cases she might have eaten something really bad, or she decided to just eat those magical mushrooms that were sitting right there. Who knows? No one really knows, but, you know, do your own interpretation. But anyway, tell me what you think of this video. I love you all, and I hope to hear from you all again, and I will post up more messed up storytime videos here as soon as I can. And night.